Okay, yes, this looks, this is good. Hey guys, I'm Brittany, aka Whimsically Britt. My motto is come with me if you want to live. And I just wanted to give an update on my life as it is so far. I know I haven't done many YouTube videos yet, but I definitely plan on doing a lot more because in October I quit my job, my full-time job, and now I am traveling full-time around Southeast Asia. This has been a long-standing dream of mine that was supposed to start actually in 2020. If you want to read about it or read about my journey leading up to here, you can check out my blog at www.whimsicallybrit.com, where I wrote all about it. Right now I'm here in Phuket, Thailand. I left the US on October 22nd and went to Finland with a couple of friends who were already, they were going there, and I figured that's a stopover on the way towards Asia. So I started in Finland. I was there for 8 days. I got to see the Northern Lights, the Santa Claus Village in Rovaniemi, and spend some last moments with some of my friends. And from Finland, then I went over to India. So one of my best friends lives in Kolkata. She's originally from Kolkata. She lived in New York for 9 years. We were friends for, I think, about 7, 8 of those 9 years, and she moved back to Kolkata. So I made that my first stop in Southeast Asia. Really beautiful journey. A very big culture shock for me. I'd say even bigger than my culture shock in Japan many years ago. But yeah, India, generally, you might hear some things in the news and, be afraid to venture there, especially solo. Given my experience, I just think in general it's always better to have a local or a guide or something to get the safest experience. But in general, Kolkata was pretty great. A blend of modern and traditional. I will post a video on it, maybe like a walking tour and such, so you can see it. But yeah, 3 weeks there was really eye-opening and also just a great way for me to reconnect with my best friend. So from Kolkata, after that 3 weeks, I started my solo trip in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I really didn't have many expectations from Malaysia. Like, I didn't do much research. All I knew was the Petronas Towers. They looked pretty cool. But honestly, seeing them in person was just, like, I was in awe and love every time I saw them. Just like even more than like the Eiffel Towers or any other structure. They're just very, very impressive. So, no matter how many times you might have seen it in your Instagram feed or TikTok, I would recommend you, go to Kuala Lumpur if you can and check out the towers for yourself. In addition to that, there was like such great food, botanical gardens, just so much that you can see, and obviously I will post videos on that eventually. And also it was a big, I'd say like a drone heaven. Barely any signs saying, no drones allowed. And I was actually able to get some really good footage of the Petronas Towers, of the Batu Caves, the botanical garden there. I had my drone for like almost everything. A temple that I went to in Ipoh. So yeah, if you're a drone enthusiast, if you like photography, videography, Kuala Lumpur is a wonderful place for that. So I stayed in Kuala Lumpur for 8 days, and actually during that time there, I spent 3 of those days with another travel blogger, Sabe, or I'll call her Sabine, Sabe Travels, if you want to check her out. That was my first time meeting her in person, but we had been connected online for a while, so it was pretty cool to like finally meet her in person, and we hit it off and spent like, entire days together, so that was really cool. So from Kuala Lumpur, I took a bus to Ipoh. Ipoh showed up in my feed like maybe once. I forgot why. Oh, I think someone posted something about like the Santorini of Ipoh, and it ended up being a hotel. But from there, I kind of looked into Ipoh, and I was like, oh, I think I want to stop here. And it's also on the way to another popular city called Penang. Ipoh was very great for like nature, temples, and then in Ipoh, I also made 2 Malaysian friends, which was really cool. One characteristic or one pattern, or I don't know, whatever. The people of Malaysia in general, I've found have been like very friendly. They will initiate conversation, keep it going. It doesn't feel forced or like, I don't know, they're just very genuine, sweet people. And so those two girls in Malaysia, you know, we did 3 meals together, and they even paid for all 3, even though I said I would pay for the last one. And then like I got all teary-eyed. It was like, and they were like, what's wrong? And, you know, it was just nice to see such kindness from like strangers. I had only known them for like 2 days. Now I'm getting emotional again. But yeah, it's just, I think I'm getting emotional because, you know, just when I was living in New York, I feel like it's harder to connect with people. And I think talk about the paradox of that all the time. Like, you know, there's a big city, 8 million people, and it's just really hard to date or, you know, make friendships or anything like that. So just going to Ipoh, which was much smaller, and then these 2 Malaysian girls who were not from Ipoh, they were actually vacationing there as well. For them to welcome me, like literally like we met at the temple, took a TikTok video together, and then they're like, hey, get in our car and we'll go have lunch. Which of course, you know, you have to think stranger danger, but I like to think that I have good intuition. Yeah, really great women, and a highlight of my trip in Ipoh and just in general. You can also see there is Mirror Lake, which is, you know, a nice huge lake with these cliffs, very zen, serene. Well, I wouldn't call it too serene. It was kind of touristy, but you know, we'll get to that in a later video. So I spent 2 or 3 days in Ipoh, and then I took another bus to Penang. Penang, there is an island. You take the bus, and at the bus station there's a ferry. Very easy, get across to the island, and there's lots to do there as well. I only stayed for 2 days, so I will share what I did do there. And I thought it was really nice. Definitely could have stayed a little bit longer, but I needed to fly from Penang to Phuket, where I am now. So I got here on December 2nd. My cousin flew in on December 4th. So the first 2 days I was here, I stayed at a really wonderful hostel, maybe like 25 minutes from the airport, further north in Talang. Really nice beach, Bang Tao Beach over there, nice beach clubs. Doesn't feel too touristy. A lot less people there than the more popular Patong you might have heard of. Patong gives very like Cancun, Miami vibes. And you know, if you're a millennial who likes more chill vibes, I mean, I can tell you right now, Patong, you can go check it out for a day or so just to see for yourself, judge for yourself. But yeah, even the beach, it wasn't that impressive. In general, the beaches here don't seem that impressive unless you take tours. So we did our tours to the Phi Islands and James Bond Island, both very beautiful. The water is, you know, pristine, and the tours were really great. Had a wonderful time, especially on the James Bond tour. The tour was super organized, and yeah, I highly recommend. It's probably one of the best tours I've ever taken in my life of anything, so that's saying something big. Anyway, we did lots of activities, jungle hike, that was like crazy, 4-hour hike. So then she left on the 11th. Here at Selena Serenity, I moved from the villas to the hostel room, and I've been here for 4 days. I wanted to stay here to participate in all the wellness activities I saw listed. I did some wonderful things, sound bathing, tea ceremony. There's yoga classes, fitness classes. It was a Tai Chi energy type thing, sort of mindfulness workshop. So many things that you could do here, that you could really stay here all day and like never leave. There was a wonderful, beautiful fire show last night as well. And I also yesterday connected with another Malaysian girl, which is why I say like Malaysians are just like so nice. Another Malaysian girl who's vacationing here in Phuket, and so we hit it off, had lunch together, and then I met her at the pool during the fire show, and she was at a table with a group of people, people my age. It was a blast. We just talked about everything, and now we're connected. And these are the moments that really that I treasure when I travel. Like, yes, I love seeing beautiful places, But it's traveling enables me in a way to just be more social because everybody else is more receptive and social as well. So yeah, that's where I am now. I just checked out of my dorm room, and I'm going to head up to Old Town, about 30 minutes, and stay in another hostel there so that I can explore Old Town. But I think it's raining. It's been like really cloudy too. December is supposed to be dry season, but it's been like cloudy and a bit rainy here and there in Thailand and in Malaysia. So I don't know, something with the weather change and climate change is ruining it. But still good. What else? Yeah, there's just so much. It's been like six weeks or so. So there's no way I can get into detail about everything, but I will make separate videos. Stay patient. I will be posting some content on all these travels very soon. In the meantime, you can follow me on Instagram at Whimsically Britt. I actually have a backlog of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in the comments you could let me know which trip you're most interested in hearing about first. So there is the cruise, Margaritaville at Sea. There is Aruba, Finland, Qatar, Kolkata, India, Malaysia, and Thailand. Can't do right now. I'm still here. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, being patient, and if you want to follow along, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.